Welcome to the new year and welcome to the new rules for real estate in the Baltimore metro region. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home this year, you'll want to stay tuned because this video is for you. I'm Rebecca Cole with Berkshire Hathaway Homesale Realty, and I help people buy and sell real estate in Maryland. After a whirlwind of incremental interest rate increases from the Federal Reserve that began in March of 2022, mortgage rates averaged around 8% in the fall of 2023. We had not seen mortgage rates that high since 2000. As a result, many buyers were forced to either lower their housing budget or they were priced out of the market altogether. And when we think of home buyers, a lot of times we think of someone who's looking to buy their first home. But the interest rate increases also affected people who wanted to move up to a larger home, downsize, or move and relocate to a different area. It's not easy to give up a 3 or 4% mortgage rate on your current home with a low monthly payment to a new payment based on 7 or 8% just to buy a new home. The reluctance of these move up and downsize buyers who would have also been selling a home has contributed to the low housing inventory. And this is partially why we are still technically in a seller's market despite interest rates being more than double what they were before. And as 2023 came to a close, the Federal Reserve spared us from additional rate hikes, and in turn, mortgage rates have stabilized, falling into the 6% range. Market indicators point to interest rates continuing to decline in 2024, although we're not expecting to see rates back down to the 2 and 3% range that we saw in the COVID years. And this brings us to rule number 1 for the new real estate market. Interest rates will play a key role. In October of 2023, mortgage rates inched up into the 8% range, more than 2 times the interest rates that buyers had become accustomed to from March of 2020 to 2022. Many buyers who had been priced out of the market due to the intense competition brought on by these historically low interest rates, ironically found themselves once again unable to afford a home in 2023 due to the mortgage rate increases. As the year came to a close, the Federal Reserve finally put a pause on rate hikes and we saw interest rates start to inch down. If mortgage rates continue to stabilize and dip lower, more buyers will enter the market and we'll see more homes listed by sellers who are also going to be buyers. Expect more inventory, but it will still be a seller's market. The National Association of Realtors predicts inventory will improve by way of new home construction and existing homeowners who will be willing to sell as mortgage rates stabilize. More homeowners will also be looking to sell and move to relocate for career or be closer to family as quality of life moves become more common. Rule number 3, don't expect home prices to decline. We may see some relief for buyers as they have more inventory to choose from, but don't expect home prices to fall. The median sales price for an existing home in the United States was just over $387,000 in November of 23. That was the 5th straight month of price increases, and indicators point to home prices holding firm, just not at the accelerated rate that we've seen in recent years. Moderate home value increases that indicate a healthy market is a welcome change from the 30 to 40% increases we've seen in some areas over the last few years. Rule number 4, buyers are more willing to walk away now than just give up everything and anything to get into a home. We're seeing home inspections, repair negotiations, price negotiations, even some seller contribution and down payment assistance on contracts. The days of buyers paying cash over the appraised value and waiving all inspections is much less common. Rule number 5, pricing, presentation, and marketing matter. The days of putting a sign in the front yard and receiving stacks of offers have come and gone in our area. While inventory is still low, buyers are more conscientious than ever and more selective when it comes to what they're willing to pay and what they're willing to buy. Houses need to be presented well, priced appropriately, and aggressively marketed to locate the right buyer who's willing to pay what the home is worth as we enter 2024. If you'd like more information on buying or selling in Maryland, the real estate market, or living in Maryland, my contact information is below. And if you found value in this video, give it a like and subscribe or follow so you don't miss any of our content. Wishing you and yours a joyous 2024.